just beautiful. And a lot of people will know Ruth for that flute sound, and it's lovely to have a vocal on there as well. But such a mix of styles on there, and that's only just from, I think, 3 of the songs on the album.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. But one of the things I find interesting about this album is that you have it's been invested in quite literally by fans of your music, because you put it together via an Indiegogo campaign, didn't you?
Yeah, we put as much money individually as we could into it, the 5 members, and I kind of, because, you know, making an album, as you'll know, is a real commitment in terms of time. I dread to think how many hours I've put in personally into this, but and financially. So I said, you know, well, guys, we'll go up to the studio for 3 days. So we went up to the West Highlands of Scotland, because all the others live over, you know, over in sort of England and Scotland. And we'll just go up there and see what we get in 3 days. Didn't necessarily expect we'd get an album. Thought maybe, you know, 3-4 tracks or something to send to promoters. Who knows what we'd get? And we got an album out of it. So then of course was like, okay, well, we need to actually finish this. There's a lot more post-production. So I set up an Indiegogo page to try and raise £3,000 to help finish the album, because obviously it's not just a case of, you know, just loads of stuff needs to happen. The artwork for it, the actual pressing costs, and the mixing and mastering, and it is a lot of money. Not to mention, if you're using other people's music, then you have to pay rights and royalties on those and things. There's a lot of hidden costs. And yeah, we had just under the target, actually. I think there was a couple of late donations, so I think we were just like about £50 under the target in the end, so that was amazing. So thanks to them, this is out, or it's coming out at the end of the month anyway, so super grateful. I mean, we really couldn't have done it without everyone, and you know, there's lots of people who you know, gave money and said, well, we're investing in this, you know, it's an investment for music. So it's lovely that people think that way, and we're really grateful.
And the wonderful thing about it as well is that you've chosen to launch it right here on the Isle of Man.
Absolutely, yeah. So we'll have 2 gigs. We'll have one in Noah Bakehouse, which is the official album launch, and then that's in the evening, and it's on Saturday the 28th of April. It's at 8 p.m. start. But because Noah Bakehouse after 9, they don't have under 18s aren't able to come because it's a licensed venue, we thought that it would be better to then offer a family concert. So we're doing that in the afternoon. Under 18s are just £3, so an acoustic kind of 45-minute thing at St Ninian's Church. So yeah, we've got that £3 for under 18s and £7 for adults. So yeah, 2 options, and hopefully one will suit everyone.
We'll make sure we put the details on, and it's always been important to you, hasn't it, to have that sort of connection with the young people with the music as well. And I think the island's really good for that, isn't it? And fantastic news recently that we've been talking about a lot. Obviously, one of our young people has gone great lengths and succeeded as becoming the BBC Young Folk Musician, which is just wonderful. And you were just with Mira, weren't you, at the Harp Festival?
Yeah. I didn't actually get to see her, but she was at mine and Rachel Hare's gig, because Rachel Hare's obviously her harp teacher, fantastic, very committed harp teacher, who comes over and teaches about, I think it was 23 harpists on the island, young harpists, so it was amazing. And Mira, yeah, she did amazingly in Belfast. I'm really pleased for her, and it's great for her and for Manx music, and you know, fantastic all round. And Rachel did a really good job, you know, teaching her, and continues to do so with all her students.
And you also had some responsibility in selling the Isle of Man, Ruth?
Yeah, I did, yeah. So as well as the concert that me and Rachel did, I had a Manx Gaelic song workshop, and all the course participants did, I think, 5 songs in an hour, which was really good. And I taught them a bit about Manx, you know, the Manx language on the way. So they were trying to pick up bits of the language, which I think is super important. And then I did a 3-hour workshop with Rachel the following day, and that was all about the island. So it was about the geography, the history, the politics, the economics, the TT, the music, language, dance scenes, you know, ecology, everything really that we could think of, and even had some Bonnig in there, which I made. So it was actually really hard to keep it to 3 hours. We could have talked about it all day, but it was very interactive, so everyone stayed interested, so that's good.
I suppose the thing is, the festival was actually, it was the year of the Isle of Man at the festival, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we were very much the focus. And how much after the event of things like this, because of course we were joint with Cornwall Lorient a couple of years back as well, after these events when the Isle of Man has been the focus, how much effect does it actually have? I mean, do people continue to be interested in the island and what we're producing here?
Well, I would think that they would do, because for many of these people who are at the Harp Festival, I mean, it's an international harp festival, so people come from all over the world to it. And in my workshops, I had people from Canada and Australia and Germany and the Netherlands and all over Europe as well. So, you know, everywhere. Lots of people hadn't really got that much of an idea of what the island was about, and maybe just thought it was part of England and didn't realise, you know, all the cool kind of quirky things it has. And then you whet people's appetite. We opened it with, and this is something I've done in lectures in Hungary, that I've done at universities and in Ireland as well, opening with Will Sutton's free running video, because it's just such a good way of drawing people in. And because people do know it for the TT races, you know, and it's an important part of the island, but it's not the only thing. And so we drew people in with that. And I think it has, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, I must make a trip to the island for next time I'm in the UK, or, oh, I'm only up the road in Edinburgh, so I'll pop on a flight with Loganair and pop down and see you. So, yeah, I would really hope it's actually having a positive impact and growing tourism to the island, even if it's just a few people at a time.
Well, Ruth, lovely to have you with us.
Thank you.
We are going to hear a track from Way of the Gull at the end of the show. 23 minutes past 2 now.